Today, let's dive deep into the astonishing evolution of the Straw Hat crew and explore Luffy's mysterious abilities. From their early formation to the present, the Straw Hat crew has undergone unpredictable development through numerous adventures and battles. Luffy himself has changed his ability from the Gum Gum fruit to the human fruit model Nika, significantly impacting his fighting style. Let's explore together how these developments might affect the outcome as we move towards the final chapter. If you find the considerations introduced in this video interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have other thoughts about Luffy's new abilities, please share your opinions in the comments. Be aware this video contains spoilers up to the latest episode. Now, without further ado, let's get started. First up, the captain of the Straw Hat crew, Luffy. He, initially a user of the Gum Gum fruit, and now the human fruit mythical type model Nika, defeated numerous enemies in the East Blue with his ability and trained physical strength. Facing formidable foes like Aokiji made him think about how to utilize his abilities in battle. Luffy, always adventurously barging onto islands, surprisingly uses his head quite a bit in combat. In Enies lobby, he unleashed new techniques like Gear 2 and Gear 3. After 2 years of training, he mastered Haki and learned to control Conqueror's Haki. In Dressrosa, Gear 4 made its debut, and in Whole Cake Island, he awakened Observation Haki, allowing him to see a few seconds into the future, just like Katakuri. In Wano Country, he learned attacks like Ryu and learned how to coat his attacks with Conqueror's Haki. But then the Gum Gum fruit awakened and Gear 5 was introduced. Looking back, Luffy's evolution is at a breathtaking pace. But since he mentioned Gear 5 being at its peak, is this his final form? There's a possibility, but since not much time has passed since Gear 5 awakened, it's theorized that he will become even stronger. Currently, while influencing the surroundings with rubber and primarily attacking with rubber's rebound, it's also thought he may activate Gear 4 while in Gear 5. Indeed, considering how Luffy has evolved while strategizing, he seems likely to get even stronger while utilizing the state of Gear 5. It would be fascinating to see him move things around freely and launch direct attacks like Doflamingo or Katakuri. I'm excited to see what techniques will be introduced in the Egghead incident. Next up, let's chat about Straw Hat Crew's swordsman, Zoro. He's a swordsman of the three sword style, originally fighting with Wara Ichimonji, Sandai Kitsutsu, and Yubashiri. But along the way, he lost Yubashiri and obtained Shusui instead. Now, he's returned Shusui in Wano Country and has bequeathed Emma in its place. He was defeated by Mihawk in the East Blue, but he swore to Luffy that he would never lose again. From there, he's become so strong, employing iron breathing and aerial slashes, that he can make opponents see illusions with his sheer will. Zoro has powered up considerably, hasn't he? The 2-year training period where he was trained by Mihawk. Afterwards, he also became a master ornament Haki, disabling a Logia user with just his will and cleanly bisecting a giant stone statue of Pika with a single stroke. In Wano Country, he's learned to use Kinemon's Foxfire style and has even wounded Kaido with Inma. During his battle with King, he even manifested Conqueror's Haki. There had been speculation about Zoro having Conqueror's Haki, so the moment it was confirmed was absolutely chilling. Will Zoro's final form be Awakening? His single eye, which has not been much touched upon so far, is speculated to awaken in a tight spot, evolving his technique. Furthermore, like Luffy learning to cloak his attacks with Conqueror's Haki, Zoro is theorized to also learn to cloak his swords with it. Still shrouded in mystery, he also seems to meet the criteria to make all three of his swords black blade. And the day he becomes the greatest swordsman by making all three swords black blades seems near. The anticipation for his rematch with Mihawk, his mentor, and possibly becoming a true greatest swordsman is too exciting. Moving on to Nami, the navigator of the Straw Hat crew. Nami, who feels the erratic weather of the Grand Line in her very skin, is an excellent navigator, but originally fought with just a single club. Thinking about it now, that's quite something. Her weapon has evolved thanks to Usopp. Initially a party trick, the Climb Attack, which creates mirages and lightning by exploiting the weather. The Perfect Climb Attack, incorporating dials from Skypiea. Getting stronger with Sorcery Climb Attack, crafted with Usopp's Pop Greens and Frankie's surface processing technology. In Wano Country, Zeus, created by Big Mom's power, has entered the sorcery climb attack. In doing so, she's obtained a lightning attack like nothing she's had before. What about Nami's final form? Awakening of the Conqueror's Haki, maybe? You remember well. From the black lightning depicted when she got angry in chapter 1058, and Jinbei says, Conqueror's Haki? It's theorized that Nami might actually awaken Conqueror's Haki. Of course, it might be a joke, but it would be shocking if it were foreshadowing. Since obtaining Zeus, it's speculated that she might control the weather even more than Big Mom. Indeed, with Nami, well-versed in weather phenomena, gaining Zeus, there seems to be a possibility of causing climatic changes that affect the surroundings. Up next, we're diving into the Straw Hat Crew's sniper, Usopp. His dad, Yasopp, is a sniper for the red-haired pirates. And maybe it's in the genes because Usopp's got a crack shot too. When he first showed off by shooting a cannon, he nailed it in one and even surprised himself. He's brought down numerous enemies with his slingshot, no guns needed. During his 2-year training period, he learned about pop greens on the Boyne Archipelago, and integrating them into his slingshot massively upgraded his arsenal. In Dressrosa, his observation haki blossomed, sensing the shape of people far beyond visual range and nailing them with accurate shots. He got dubbed God Usopp, and his luck in gaining followers does kind of remind you of Buggy, doesn't it? So what's the speculation about Usopp's final form? It's thought that he'll further awaken his observation haki. Actually, in Film Red, there was a scene where he shared his field of vision with Yasopp using observation haki. From that, it seems like he might learn to see a few seconds into the future like Luffy. Since it hasn't been precisely depicted in the main story, gaining the ability to see the future would synergize really well with his sniping, wouldn't it? Moreover, meeting Vegapunk might also enhance his slingshot. True, the pop greens have been adapted and strengthened, but the firing speed does not compare to a gun. So if it becomes more compact and the firing speed increases, it'd be quite a powerful weapon. Also, in chapter 1024, when enemies fell due to Big Mom's Conqueror's Haki, he bluffed with a lie saying, "You can't maintain consciousness in front of me without a full resolve." But since several Usopp's life have come true before, speculation has it that the Conqueror's Haki lie might also become reality. Since people naturally followed him in Dressrosa, it seems like he has the potential. Looking forward to that unexpected final form. Next up, let's talk about the Straw Hat Crew's cook, Sanji. Inheriting Zeph's kick techniques and adhering to a code of not kicking women, Sanji has grown strong. In Enies lobby, he cloaked his legs in orange flames, learning a kick technique so powerful it melts bones. The battle in Enies lobby arc was electrifying. During his 2-year training, his leg strength enhanced to the point where he could kick through air and water. His past as a prince born into Germa 66 was revealed, and the scientific power of the raid suit came into focus. In Wano country, he's saved the day more than once while wearing the Sanji-specific raid suit passed to him unknowingly by Niji. Plus, wearing the raid suit activated his exoskeleton due to lineage factors, granting him a body so sturdy it breaks swords. His leg strength also got a boost, unleashing kick techniques enveloped in even hotter blue flames. Although Sanji already seems pretty complete in his strength, what kind of final form could there be? Firstly, there's speculation that his flame color will evolve into black flames. Sanji has the nickname Blackleg, but the reason for this alias has not been clearly depicted. So it's speculated that enveloping his legs in black flames might resolve the alias's foreshadowing. Indeed, that'd be an interesting development considering the mystery of the Blackleg nickname. Also, a perpetual theme with Sanji is becoming invisible, right? True, he did fulfill his dream of invisibility with the raid suit, didn't he? He momentarily achieved it, but to perpetually peep into the woman's bath? No. To perpetually protect his friends, the power of invisibility is needed. So it's thought that instead of making it look like he's vanished by moving at high speed, he'll actually gain the power to become invisible. Speaking of which, in Egghead, Vegapunk showed off technology to disappear like Invisible Man. If that's the case, there could also be a development where Sanji, who has connections with Judge, gains the technology or ability to become invisible. Next up, we have the Straw Hat Crew's doctor, Chopper. Originally just a reindeer, Chopper gained intelligence and the ability to understand and speak human language after eating the human fruit. The human fruit is quite the mysterious devil fruit, isn't it? Chopper studied medicine under Hiluluk and Kuriha and developed the Rumble Ball, which disrupts the wavelength of zone-type users, allowing him to increase his transformation forms. As a result, he's also managed to boost his combat powers. After 2 years of training, he could transform freely into any form, except his giant one, without using the Rumble Ball. Moreover, in Wano Country, he's extended the giant form duration from his Rumble Ball to 30 minutes, utilizing Caesar's advice. The speculation for Chopper's final form is an awakening of the Zone type. Awakening of the Zone type can be dangerous as it often involves absorbing personalities. But what kind of awakening could it be? Being the human fruit, it's thought that it could be a form closer to a human, or a giant monster-like form without needing the Rumble Ball. He used to dream of being a human, but he said he'd even become a monster for Luffy, so both seem like foreshadowings. Given the mystery surrounding the human fruit, there's keen interest in Chopper's final form. Next, we'll introduce Straw Hat Crew's archaeologist, Robin. She's a user of the flower fruit, able to sprout parts of her body like blooms. She specialized in grappling techniques using sprouted arms. But after 2 years of training under the Revolutionary Army, she's developed the ability to sprout even more limbs and use them for giant hand and foot attacks. She's even evolved to the point of creating a duplicate of herself. In Wano Country, it's revealed that she was taught fishman karate by Koala in the Revolutionary Army. The increase in techniques that involved spreading her palms was influenced by fishman karate. That was a shocking revelation. She's also unveiled a giant devil-like form, the Demonio Fleur, for her grappling techniques. Robin's final form speculation involves this Demonio Fleur, and since it was depicted as a black silhouette, it's thought that she'll master Armament Haki. The larger she becomes, the easier she becomes a target for attacks, and damage to the limbs she creates with her ability also harms Robin herself. So Armament Haki does seem necessary. The combination of Armament Haki and Fishman Karate has proven its strength through Jinbei, so it's speculated that Robin might become as strong as Jinbei. The foreshadowing with her nickname, Devil Child, was thrilling, but there's also focus on the appearance of techniques further applying the Demonio Fleur. Next, let's introduce the Straw Hat Crew's shipwright, Frankie. After a collision with the sea train, Frankie performed self-modification surgery on his injured body, attaining a robust physique. He's a cyborg human with rockets and weapons incorporated into his body. During his 2-year training period, he found research materials in future land Baltimore, where Vegapunk spent his childhood and learned Vegapunk's knowledge. Then he applied it to his own body and weapons to become even stronger. Moreover, thanks to the new shape memory alloy Wappo metal created by Wappo, he built the giant robot Frankie Shogun. Frankie, who has fully replicated even Admiral Kizaru's laser beam that was also mounted on the Pacifista and Seraphim, what kind of final form is anticipated for him? Firstly, it's thought that meeting his idol, Vegapunk, will enhance his weaponry. Weapons depicted by Vegapunk have probably only been depicted a little, but with the appearance of a beam saber and a bubble gun effective against devil fruit users, it seems likely they'll be applied in Frankie's weaponry. True, Frankie's Shogun's sword was broken, and his supposedly sturdy body has been pierced a few times by enemy attacks. Using Vegapunk's technological capabilities for further enhancements makes sense. And another speculation is that he becomes the ship itself. This involves a new bounty poster, but after the battle in Wano Country, Frankie's bounty posters became the Thousand Sunny for some reason. Frankie's bounty posters recently haven't featured him in person, have they? It could be taken as a joke, but since there was a foreshadowing with Sanji's bounty poster, it's thought that Frankie might actually become the ship. You thought it means living as a ship? Not exactly. The speculation is more like, through Frankie's modifications, the Thousand Sunny becomes a giant robot, which Frankie pilots, so in a sense, he becomes a ship. Since giant robots also appear in Egghead, it technically seems possible. You can imagine a future where Frankie pilots it, and Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper take turns nagging him to let them drive. Next up, let's talk about the Straw Hat Crew's musician, Brook. The Revive fruit allows him to come back to life just once after dying. Brook, who consumed the fruit, was able to revive due to his ability when he died during a past voyage. Having served as a captain of a certain kingdom's guard squad, He's also skilled in swordsmanship. You might think the revive ability is a one-off, right? But during his 2 years of training, he realized the essence of the revive fruit, allowing his soul to move independently through astral projection and to influence people's hearts by writing his soul on music. Moreover, his soul-solid sword, sharpened by the Long Arm tribe, can emit the chill of the underworld, enabling him to unleash ice-based attacks. He made notable contributions in Wano country with the power of the chill of the underworld, but what speculations are there for his final form? Firstly, there's a speculation that he'll be able to freeze an even wider area with his chill of the underworld. If he can envelop people entirely in an attack, like Aokiji's Ice fruit, it might dilute the abilities of the Ice fruit. So freezing a wide range does seem plausible. Another one is that with an awakened ability, he can allow the souls of the dead to possess and temporarily power him up. It does seem like a cheat tier awakening. In Thriller Bark, where Brook debuted, shadows were actually inserted to reproduce the battle styles of the shadow's original owner. So if this is a major foreshadowing and he becomes possessed by a soul through awakening, that would be a super hot development. Lastly, let's introduce the Straw Hat Crew's helmsman, Jinbei. Jinbei, possessing enough strength to become one of the 7 warlords of the sea, is also a master of the Fishman Karate and Fishman Jiu-Jitsu. Furthermore, his armament haki is strong, holding back an attack from Big Mom herself. He was blown away, yes, but he fought valiantly under the constraints of protecting the ship. With his foundational combat strength high and his armament haki quite potent, honestly, it's questionable whether he can get even stronger. So what could possibly be Jinbei's final form? Indeed, he's more than sufficiently strong, but scenes like Jinbei's clothing and phrases often remind us of Wano country. So there's speculation that he'll acquire the Ryu that Luffy learned and apply it to his own attacks. With Ryu added to Jinbei's attack, that seems quite formidable. If combined with the Vagabond drill that blew Big Mom away, adding shockwaves and internal destruction, it looks like it would be tremendously powerful. Furthermore, it's said that when fishmen go all out, even ocean currents can change. Jinbei is speculated to gain the power to change ocean currents all by himself. Jinbei, making a significant impact in naval battles, would be cool, so we'd love to see this development. Even with their current formidable strength, it's exciting to look forward to each member of the Straw Hat Crew evolving a step further, showcasing new final forms as they head towards their ultimate battle. That's all for today. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and ranking videos related to One Piece. If you like One Piece, we would be happy if you could support us by subscribing to our channel and commenting. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in the next video.